Hey y'all, welcome back. I'm so glad that you are here with me today, and I'm so glad to be here presenting to you another video. I just want to say welcome to everyone. I want to say to all of those who are new to this channel, thank you for joining me today, and for those of you who are revisiting, I just want to say thank you for coming back, and I appreciate you. I appreciate your views. The fact that you are here today, that does wonders for me. And so I'm so glad to be here today because this whole month I got really busy with doing some home projects. So I wasn't able to get everything in that I was supposed to get in for the month of May. But no worries, because I'm still on my hair growth journey. As you can see, I have my hair back in cornrows. So I already told you that's what I was going to do. From the last videos, I was going to stop the weekly flat irons. Of course, I did that for the first month in order to get my hair in condition. And so for the month of May, the goal was to just keep my hair up in cornrows or braids, and wear my wigs, what I was wearing for this week. And I didn't really wear wigs at all this week except for one time, which was yesterday. I had an appointment that I had to go to, so I put on my wig. But pretty much my hair has just been in cornrows. I've been doing my home projects and things of that nature. And because it's gotten so hot, it's 96 degrees today. Tomorrow it's going to be 101 degrees. And it's been pretty much 80 to 90 degrees all month. With a break in weather, like in the evenings where it cools down. So that's a good thing. But we're definitely transitioning from spring going into summer pretty soon, because it feels like summer weather. So I've been feeling good just keeping my hair in cornrows. I'm not having to put my hands in it when it comes to flat ironing or anything like that. So well, first of all, I'm showing you my cornrows. It's just simple cornrows going back. I told you it's not much. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, so 8 cornrows all in all, with the part in the middle. Remember, this is the area where I'm working on, so I don't want to put a lot of pressure on the edges. So what I did was just kind of leave it loose. So when I put, well, I only put my wig on one time this month, which was yesterday. I had an appointment to go to, and so you know, it worked well. I just put the wig on and go, and I'll show you that wig that I wore yesterday. But I have so many different wigs in my arsenal of wigs, so I can choose from different styles: the straight look, curly look, shorter, longer, things of that nature. This month, as I thought I had anticipated, I would be, you know, wearing different wigs and stuff. But hey, it's all good because I was able to let my hair rest. And I'll show you the wig that I had on yesterday when I went to my appointment. So I had some home projects that I am working on that requires for me to be outdoors. And as I mentioned, it's been very hot. So I've just been keeping my hair in these cornrows for the whole month of May. We're at the end of May right now. I did not do any flat ironing this month. I did a set of cornrows for the first 2 weeks. It was in a different style, and the style that I normally had been wearing my cornrows, whenever I wear my cornrows and then put on my wig or whatever, I changed it up and started with this one, just going, this kind of set of cornrows going all the way back. And the reason that is because of my edges. Usually I'll have the cornrows going down and connecting, right, all the way going back, like that, and then having this first row here of cornrows. But because I'm wanting to make sure my edges are protected and that I'm not pulling on my edges, I decided on the second set of cornrows. So I had cornrows for the first 2 weeks of May, and then this is the second set that I did. This is just going straight back, and as you can see, it looks like even the front edges, I don't know if you can see that too well in the video. I'm not wearing my glasses, but just looking in the mirror and looking in the video, it looks loose here, right? And the reason this is loose is because I intentionally did not want to put pressure on my edges, so I can preserve my edges. I think a lot of the breakage that we have in our front has to do with our pulling our edges back, pulling it up in ponytails, different styles. And your edges are very gentle, you know, and so, you know, you can really do damage by pulling on them or putting too much pressure on them. A lot of mechanical damage can get done simply by putting too much pressure on your edges. So what I did was let this be a little bit loose and just kind of started a little bit further back than from my edge, and just braided my hair in cornrows going back. And so as you can see, it's not really fancy or nothing like that. I told you that what do you call it, parts are not straight parts or nothing. It's just good enough so I can put my hair back to let it rest, right, from the heat and the flat iron. And what I do to the back is I make sure that I tuck in my edges. So when I did my wash, my condition, and my leave-in, I did my rituals as well to protect my ends, and then I braided it back, right? And so the time when I have my hair up in cornrows, what I do to take care of it, so it's 2 weeks, and then this is going to be in 2 weeks. I'm going to take this out today and do my flat iron, but I'll talk about that in a bit. What I do to keep it moisturized as well as to keep my scalp clean while I have my hair in cornrows is I use some rose water and some drop of rosemary oil, right? Just a drop, not even a lot, just a drop of rosemary oil, 1 drop into this thing here. And what I use this is just to kind of spray into my scalp, spray into the scalp, right? Not too much, but enough so that I can just kind of keep my scalp clean. And I just kind of rub that rose water and rosemary into my scalp. What it does, rose water is like an astringent, so it kind of helps to keep the scalp clean. And then the rosemary is good as well for your scalp. Remember, don't use a lot. Of these oils. This here is an organic oil, very compact and compounded with rosemary nutrients. So you don't want to just be taking this and putting this directly on your scalp or using this because it's very heavy. It's an essential oil, and essential oils, you don't even want to put a drop of this on your hand and put it in there. Do not do that with essential oils because they're very powerful, very compact with ingredients, and that's why I just put 1 drop. And I wish I could put a half a drop into this water, and you can smell it. It's very strong, and so please do not use essential oils the way you would use normal oils by just kind of dumping it on and putting it on your body or your face or even your scalp or whatever. You only just need a drop of this, okay? So that's very important. I wanted to say that. But I do put that in my rosemary oil, rose water, and you can buy rose water online anywhere. And I just put that on my scalp and keep my scalps refreshed and clean. And I do that every so many days, right? And just kind of rub that rosemary oil in there. You could probably use maybe a cotton ball or cotton pads or something. Like if I had some cotton pads, I need to get some more from the drugstore. I'd use a cotton pad and just kind of go through my scalp with this. And that keeps my scalp clean. And I don't put too much of it in there because I don't want that water, you know, getting all into my hair. But this is just good to keep my scalp nice and nourished and clean while I have my hair in these cornrows, right? I've had these up for a while, but what I do is just make sure that the ends of my braid are like I connect that one to the next braid and that one to the next braid, that one to the next braid. And what that does is it allows the braid to be caught up. And then that final braid, I just kind of fold it into the braid so that I can keep my ends tucked in. I think that helps for me. That has always helped for me when I put my hair up, like, you you know, in cornrows or something like that, just tucking the ends in and not leaving them out. I've heard of that before from others online, and I've heard different opinions about whether you should tuck your ends in or not when you're putting your hair up in a style where you're allowing it to rest or whatever. It works for me because it seems to preserve my ends a little bit better when I do my little rituals with my ends and that kind of thing. And then when I take my hair down, I don't, you know, my ends feel still moisturized by my sealing my ends with the oil. I think, you know, there is a misconception that the oil is actually moisturizing your hair. No, oil doesn't moisturize. Oil is oil. Actually, oil can dehydrate, right? Because it's oil. What moisturizes is anything that's water-based, right? So how the oils keep my ends from, you know, drying up is by sealing the moisture in. What's on my ends is the leave-in conditioner, and what's in my hair is the leave-in conditioner. So we wash our hair, condition, and then we rinse out the conditioner, then we put in the leave-in conditioner. The oils on the ends, it seals the moisture in. So I don't want you to think that I'm saying that the oil is causing the moisturizing. It's not. It's sealing moisture in. Just as if you come out of the bath and your skin is nice and moist and you put oil on, it seals the hydration or the moisture into your skin, right? So that's what I do. I make sure that those ends are sealed, and then every so many days I'll even go back into my ends and put some oil on there, because what I don't want my ends to do is get all crunchy, because keeping it up, getting in the hot tubs, getting in the bath, working out, all the sweat and the water and stuff that, you know, sweating just from the heat, working outside and that kind of thing, and sweating can make your hair dry, right? Because of the sweat. And so what I want to make sure I do when I keep my hair, like in cornrows, I just don't leave it alone. I make sure I'm taking care of it. Taking care of my scalp, and then taking care of my ends, making sure I put the oil on the ends to keep it sealing. And sometimes I'll spray a little bit of this rose water, or even the leave-in conditioner I showed you the other day. I spray in a little bit of leave-in conditioner on I showed you in another video. I could spray even a little bit of leave-in conditioner on the ends. So I'm only leaving them up in the cornrows for 2 weeks. But if anyone is keeping their hair in braids for longer periods of time, these are some methods you can use to keep the hair fresh, to keep your scalp clean, and to keep your ends from getting crunchy and hard. So when you take those braids out, your ends are not just breaking off and fraying off and losing length, right? And so what I've been doing is either, you know, just wearing it like this, or sometimes I'll put in one of these little things and just wear it like that. You know, if I want to go somewhere, go through a drive-through or something like that, run to the store real quick or something, I can put that on. And, you know, I would do that. I have different colors and different things, you know, styles and stuff like that. And then I have my wig here. I told you guys I don't slay wigs. I don't lay the wigs, right? You know, my wigs are just pop it on and go. It makes it easy for me. They have the combs, so I just use the combs. And I try not to put too much tension with those combs on the wig, but unless somebody is just coming and trying to pull my hair off, I mean, it's just me. So this is the wig that I wore yesterday. Very nice. Now, as you can see this here. What I did yesterday was added a little bit of the where is my spray? I showed you guys this spray before. I am not, just so you'll know, I am not affiliated with any of these products, so just know that. But this is a product that it's a glue, an adhesive rather, a glue I guess, that I use. And what I do is just, you know, just kind of take it and what I did yesterday, I sprayed it right on the top there and just kind of let it dry, right? And then as it dried, I just put this there and sealed it. I just put it right there. I don't even do the edges or nothing. I just put it there because I know when I come home, this bad boy is gonna be taken off. You think I'm sweating with my regular hair? Imagine, you know, if I'm sweating with my regular hair, I'm definitely going to be sweating with the wigs, right? But what's so good about these wigs is that, you know, it's breathable, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So it's not bad. I don't even put a stocking cap on it because, like I said, I take this thing off once I'm done wearing it. If I would be wearing my hair long term, let's say I'm going back and forth to work and that kind of thing, so I don't want to keep reinstalling the wig, I'm going to put the glue in there. And this glue or adhesive is Luvme Wonder Lace Bond. And it works real good for me because when I tried to use the regular glues, I would break out. And so I saw someone online talking about this, and I bought it. I sprayed it on my, and I didn't break out. You know, sprayed it on my arm as a little test. I didn't break out, and so I used it. And so when I actually used it the first time, no breakage or anything. And I just, you know, kind of put like a paper towel there and spray it just right on that little spot there, so I can put that there and keep it glued down. But you can glue the whole front, the back, if you want to pull it up in a ponytail or whatever. You know how they do it. You guys can go online and you guys see how they slay the wigs and melt it down and that kind of thing. So as I've done videos in the past, you know, before I just put my wig on, and then I noticed in my videos that you could see the lace and stuff. And you know, obviously you'll know this is not my hair, so I don't care if you see the lace or not, but it does not look good on the video. So that's what caused me to try to find something. And then I also showed you guys in another video in the past of these things that I use too. And you guys know about these. These are the adhesive things here. So you can put that up there. You can cut them in half if you need to. They're very workable, and they're adhesive pieces where you can just put there and then put the wig on top of the adhesive stick or the adhesive pads, right? So I use either one, and these neither one of them break out my skin, so I'm happy about that. So I do that if I'm going somewhere. Like yesterday I went to my appointment, and so I did use the spray, and that stayed on very nicely. This wig here, I really like this wig. This is like my go-to wig, like during the spring, summertime. This is from Luvme Hair. And so if you're looking for a good place to purchase your wigs, again, I'm not affiliated with this company or any products that I show you here. If you guys choose to go and use any of these products that I suggest on this channel, use at your own risk. I'm just showing you my experience with these products, and they work well with me. The products that I am going to share with you, if I do share any products with you, just know that I've used the products for a significant period of time in order for me to say, hey, I think this is a good product to use. But I am not a professional, and I am not giving you any kind of advice to go and purchase anything that I show you on here. I'm just sharing my journey with you, okay? And so with this wig here, I've had this since, I believe, 23, for 2 years. I have been rocking this wig. It has been like my go-to for the spring, summer when it gets hot, because it gives you a wet look. And it is the most durable wig. I have cut the lace thing all the way down to the very point there, but I could use this glue and stick it on, and it's still, you know, the lace is still good up there. When I wash the wig, it washes the glue right out of the thing, you know, under here. It washes that glue right on out. The wig came already, I think what they call it, bleached or whatever, because like I'm not good with the slang or I'm not good with slang the wigs, keep in mind. So if I'm saying the wrong thing, you guys have been online, y'all know what I'm talking about. I think when they talk about bleaching right, are okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm just gonna say that this part here, the lace part, tends to match with my skin tone when I buy it. I don't have to do anything like it, because what I've seen is women who are slaying their wigs, they would put some kind of a powder or something there in order, a foundation or whatever, to match with their skin tone. But I've never had to do that with the wigs that I bought from Luvme Hair. So I'm going to put their name up there and give them a shout out, because for the years that I have been buying wigs, particularly doing social media, these wigs have been very reliable for me. They're reasonably priced, in my opinion, and you can find some deals and sales as well. And of course, just like any other wig company, they charge the longer your wig and that kind of thing. That's how it is. So this one has been a good one. And so I can't tell you the exact product number or anything of this wig, but you go online and you'll be able to select and choose the different styles. And I'm pretty sure they still have this one as well. But I've been rocking this wig since 23, for what? For 2 years. So very nice wig, very good hair to be able to manage and work with it. And I'm gonna just show you what I do. I could just leave it like this, right? I could just leave it like this, and it doesn't look real messy or anything. And like I said, for it to be for 2 years, the hair still looks good. You can put a clip on, and I can put it back in a ponytail. That's what I did yesterday, because I went out, had my appointment. It was hot where I am now, and it was hot in the valley where I had to go to. And I just put it back in a ponytail like that. Very simple. So what I do is, just to keep this nice and conditioned, is make sure I take care of it, make sure I wash it. After I wear it a couple of times, I'll wash it and make sure that the scalp and everything is clean and the hair is clean. And then I go in with my rose water with a drop of rosemary oil, and just kind of spray. Kind of like spray the wire in and work it in. I'll even do it on the top part here, to make that flatter, because it can get really thick and full when you brush it out, or when it dries out in your product that you put in. I got that on my thing. And what I like about it just kind of keeps the hair nice and smooth. The rosemary, or the rose water with the rosemary, just keeps it. So I just go in with the rose water and the rosemary oil and just kind of go through. It doesn't really need it today because I did it yesterday. Just kind of on the top too. And it just lays the hair down and moisturizes it a bit. Right? So I get it a little hydrated here with the rose water. And just work it in. Right? I'm sorry, you can't see it all the way down. I'm pulling it up. I'm trying to be discreet with what what I have on here. So I am a woman of a certain age, and I am also a Christian woman, so I don't want to be showing you all of my parts. So you can't see it all the way down, but it's I'm doing the same thing all the way down there, right? And so you see how it just wets it, and then I take the Cantu Shea Butter, spray. You can use any one of your little Cantu products. You can use one of your products for that, and just kind of spray that in. It's very fruity smelling, good. It smells really good, nice fruit smell. Get the ends. Make sure you get the ends there. Right. I don't have to spray a lot because I already did this yesterday. That's why it looks conditioned today. It looks nice today because it was done. And so you just leave this in. You don't have to put too much in. Now, if you want the wet look, you can do it with the wet look and just put it in daily. But as it dries really nicely, as you saw as I put it on, and you don't have to do it again unless you want to. And I put some on the top. The top, this flattens it, right? Flattens the top there and up there. Keeps the little things from flying away. Keeps the flyaways and that kind of thing. So just kind of work it in on my brush and just kind of brush it, you know. Brush the product in with the water. It's a really, they have really good wigs, you guys. Luvme Hair. They've been out for a while. I don't know how many years they've been out, but I've been buying from them for several years. And I like their merchandise. Their inventory. I like the things that they sell. Anytime that I buy anything, they always give me like free gifts, like headbands. They'll give you like different little things that you can. I don't have them here, but you know they give you little gifts and stuff. Comes in a nice little, and they give you a purple mesh bag where you can keep your wig in if you want to. And so, yeah, and so this is just, you see how wet it look? You can have a wet look, and you can do it like this if you want to wear it like that every day and just have your wet look, right? Still nice. And that's just spraying with some water and then your product to keep it, you know, nice and curly. There it is there. Let me find my towel. I have a towel here. And then that way, put my towel up here. Cause I be relaxed when I be coming on here doing these hair growth videos, y'all. So I'm modest and I don't want y'all to be seeing my stuff. So let's cover up. And see, you see it here. I can't get all elongated. Look for the whole thing. I'm a tall woman, so can you see it there? That's the hair. Just hanging on there. Put that up. Yeah. Or like that. And so you make sure you get your ends nicely with the product on the ends or that kind of thing. And there it is. Very nice wig. That way you can see the whole thing. Very nice wig. And so I just spray the product in there and go. You know, this is my wig that I wear when I am not, this is one of the wigs that I wear when I am not flat ironing my hair. So I just wanted to show you that. Really, I didn't really show you much because I think you all probably do the same thing that I do. What is it, preaching to the choir? You guys probably do the same thing that I do, right? So that's pretty much what I've been doing for this month. It's just like yesterday when I had an appointment, I just put this wig on and went. And if I had other appointments to go to or things to go to, I would have been putting on this wig because I just like it for this time of the year, right? I just really like the way the hair is and everything from Luvme Hair. It's just really, really good hair. I don't know. Good. And every time I buy wigs from them, I have some other straight wigs and curly wigs and different things, different styles. They never disappoint me. And like I said, they send you different free products and stuff like that. So I'm not affiliated with them. I am not telling you to go out and get them or recommending them to you. You know, you buy at your own, you know, liking. You know, if you choose to go and check them out, I wouldn't stop you. I'll tell you that much because they have really worked well for me. I don't, you know, they'll give you these little extra things and stuff that come with your wigs. They give you little free products, just like a lot of the other wig companies do. Now, some wig companies may not do that, but I know Luvme Hair. Every time I get them, they give me a nice little box of different things I can use. Now, if I was wearing my wig every day, going back and forth to business, to work, going to the office, whatever, I would definitely put one of these on, or maybe one of the net ones. because I don't want my hair, a lot of friction going on with the wig and my hair under there that's braided, right? So these are important to use to avoid friction, especially if you're on a hair growth journey. And so also keeping your cornrows, when you have braids or whatever, keeping your scalp clean, taking care of the ends, that kind of thing, making sure that they stay moisturized by either leaving a leave-in conditioner. You can seal that leave-in conditioner with a little bit of oil. And I'm talking about a little bit of products. We're not putting goo gobs. We're not putting a ton of products and stuff in our hair, right? Because we don't want that to be messing up and caking up in our scalp. You get scalp issues when you get an accumulated amount of products in your scalp, and particularly oils and things of that nature. So just wanted to reiterate that. So the next, today I'm going to be taking these cornrows out. I just wanted to show you what I've been doing this month, and I am going to flat iron. And so you'll see the next video, which is a flat iron video with music, whatever, sit back, relax. So I'm going to do the flat iron. I am also going to measure it because I didn't measure it for the month of May. And then I am going to trim. Yeah, I'm going to look at it and trim it. And even if I just trim just like a little tiny amount, I'm going to do that, just to maintain healthiness or whatever. But I've been looking at my ends and looking at my ends, and I don't see any split ends. I don't see any. I see my ends being irregular, like one is up there, one is down there, and one is up there. But if I take an individual piece of hair and I look at the hair from the root all the way to the end, there's no splitting. And so, we know what split ends look like. It's at the end, there are splits. But there's no splitting in my ends. I've been really keeping them conditioned really well. But they are, like I told you from the last, one of the last videos, they are uneven. And so if I wanted to style my hair, the unevenness might kind of look like, oh, well, but I'll just trim a little bit of that off. But let's see. I will not put the cart before the horse. First, I'm going to wash it, condition it, and do all my thing, leave in the conditioner, blow dry it, and let's see what my hair is looking like. Once I flat iron it, let's see what the ends are looking like and that kind of thing to determine whether I'm going to trim it or not. I may not trim it, and I may revisit a trim at another time. Like I said, I'm only trimming 2 times a year, either in May or November. But if I skip a trim, I'm still going to keep looking at my ends and seeing if they need a trim, maybe the following month or the following month. All right, so that's all, you all. I'm so happy to be back doing another video. I want you all to please like, comment, and subscribe. The comments really help with the channel. And I know if you're someone like me, I tend to watch YouTube on TV, so I don't have access to a keyboard when I'm watching on TV, but it's all good. I am really happy that you are watching. And so share the video, turn on any notifications, because YouTube is not going to let you know if I bring a video out. I don't think they'll let you know. It's a very new channel. So if you want, you can turn on notifications, to have a video coming out. Okay, so that's all for today. I am so glad to be back to do this other video. I really thank you all for coming over and stopping by. And so I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all are blessed, okay? So stay tuned for the next video, the flat iron, where you just sit back, relax, listen to music, and watch me do my hair. Okay, take care, y'all.